I was loud. That was good timing.
I'm loud and I'm proud.
Yeah.
17 brought to you.
Episode 2 is live.
I saw that. I want to listen to it.
All right.
Is it on Apple Podcasts yet?
No. As I recall, and I haven't checked out to make sure it's clear, but if I recall from my last one, you need 6 episodes for Apple to approve it. And we have 6, which brings up, I was thinking of backdating to the beginning of June.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, so you're not too married to any idea of how this all rolls out.
As long as people are having fun and their cortexes are getting stimulated properly, I'm cool with it.
I love a stimulated cortex. Damn!
I love that you still haven't got your mic technique down yet.
Why'd that just blow it out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been watching the stream that Sarah does with, from Alice Morning Show, and they definitely are, coming into their mic. And
well, they have limiters.
Well, they do have that, but they also
know their deal.
They pull it in close when they're talking like this, and if they get crazy, they come back like here. And yeah,
Greg, you're becoming quite the radio star.
My ego left it in the stream right next to my daughter.
You're really blowing it out now, man.
My favorite dream. Really?
Yeah, that was totally wrecking everything.
Fuck, I don't give a shit. This isn't professional. This is podcast.
It's piss poor cast right now.
Piss poor. Like, it's supposed to not go past the -6, and it's probably up around 3.
It's mostly the way the ribbon gets overmodulated in the mic and not the signal.
Anyone who's fucking with the ribbon doesn't deserve to listen to this podcast anyway.
Well, they certainly won't if their earbuds are in and you're like just frying their earbuds because you...
Well, here's one thing. I do normalize the file before it goes live.
But it's still that buzz right in your ear.
I don't give a shit.
Wow, apparently not.
Yeah. No, it's not even apparently not. It's decidedly so.
Decidedly so. That was so overwhelming. I forgot the funny thing I was going to say before that.
Hey, should we vote on our official tagline? The podcast with a surprise inside.
Yeah, well, Cracka Jacks, the podcast with a surprise inside.
Right. So the tag is this podcast with a surprise inside. Should we take a vote?
Okay.
All right. All those in favor, raise your hand.
We both raised our hand. It should be said.
All those who are against, raise your hand.
All right.
And it passes unanimously.
All right.
I tag.
The podcast with the Cracka Jacks, the podcast with a surprise inside.
Yeah, we got to change the tag now.
Does that mean we got to go back to the whole the graphic design has to change and everything?
The graphic design has to change.
Yeah.
Not the opening though.
That's good.
Yeah. Still Monday Madness. Still 2 Crackas in support of West Compton. I say we just move forward supporting Compton Cowboys as we can.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, we don't have to hear back from them. They'll cash the check if we send it.
Right, if we have one to send.
When we have.
Unfortunately, we haven't capitalized on that white privilege yet.
Yeah, well, we're
working on it. We'll share the wealth.
Yes, definitely. We've even got a very special prize raffle in the works, but we're going to announce that on another episode.
Yeah, that's down the road. Let us get our feet on the ground first.
Yes.
Before you
I also
start.
want to support the guy who in Compton who runs the urban gardening. I want to do both. And I'm sorry I can't remember his name right now, but I'll look it up. And
Jesus Cristo.
well, that guy's behind everything.
Just ask the women he dates.
Boom, boom.
Bum, bum, bum. Hey, my eldest turns 23 tomorrow. 23 with a bullet.
Wow.
Remember that little kid that you saw?
I'm so glad there's no draft.
Oh, you guys sealed up your windows finally?
No, I mean military draft.
Is that a sexual position? Hey, can we try military draft? What's that? That's when you do my bidding against your will.
It is true. The last time I saw them, my memory of them is that they all look like they're still 4 feet tall.
Oompa Loompas.
Yeah.
Oompa. None of them are 4 feet tall now. Bodhi, the youngest, is about to surpass my height. They're all just taller than I am. God bless them, each and every one. Mark, that is crazy. Okay, it's a good thing this is an audio-only podcast.
If you could see what I was scratching right now, you'd be in.
Scratching that itch, bitch.
I have a telescoping metallic back scratcher, which I was using to quite effect while Greg was talking about his children's height.
On his scrotum.
I was not using it on my scrotum.
Prove it.
You can't prove a negative.
Really? Prove it. How can you not prove a negative?
Except
How
in
can
geometry.
you not prove a negative?
I'll do my best to not prove it.
We have left the logical highway and we're now in the realm of chaos.
We're wading through the swamp of inequity right now.
Yeah.
Without our waders.
Yeah. We're in the quicksand of iniquity.
Yeah.
Throw me a stick.
And please hold on to the other end of it.
That's a great scene. Someone just throws a stick into the thanks. Yeah, fuck nut. So how's your week been?
It's been busy.
That's excellent to hear.
Yeah, I'm teaching summer camp. Teaching
that's
things
right.
like 3D modeling and animation this week.
So you're sticking with it.
So far.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it just a 2-week program?
No, it's a 6-week program.
Oh.
Week 3 starts Monday. So I'm into week 2. I have 5 to go.
All
and
right.
basically every Wednesday I come home and I say to my partner, I'm quitting.
And she says, okay.
No, she says, why?
I
Can't you
don't
just
like
stick it out
children.
for a little? I love the children.
I don't
want
like
to say anything
parents.
bad about adventuremore.com, but man, if you're trusting your children with these people.
Talk about leaving the highway of.
I'm one of those people they're trusting you with, and I'm trustworthy, but holy crap, the shenanigans.
Really?
Yeah.
So the firework class isn't quite working out the way it was supposed to. Firearms and chewing tobacco. That's a good summer camp class for children.
Well, and it's right next to the porn production class.
That's beautiful. Cup of espresso and a donut in the morning, and those kids are ready to ram. This just really got ugly. Now we're into child pornography. But luckily,
no,
they're
we're not.
on the right side.
I am not into that.
Child pornography with the children on the correct side of the camera. Oh, you got.
Welcome to.
Oh, fuck no.
Cracka
You
Jacks.
can't do that. You cannot do that. Mark got scared when we. So we can talk about bestiality until the day is dawn. But you bring in child pornography and suddenly, that's hanging. We're going to put you in a cell and hang you. call it suicide. Did you get that reference?
Um,
I forget the guy's name, the guy who was the head of that whole child porn thing. And
he who shall not be named is passed into the ether, the neithers, the nethers.
right. Apparently by suicide in a cell that was 24/7 suicide watch and on and on and on, high security. And yeah, it either says our high security sucks ass or
Dead men tell no tales.
right, exactly.
They still have his accomplice.
Yes, they do.
And the question is she singing, and what are they learning, and who they got the goods on, and
who's playing the tune she's
right
listening to. Yeah. And that news item kind of died away, didn't it?
we don't even know if she's still there.
Right. But we sure are hearing about that apartment building in Florida for a long time. Jesus Christ. I mean, it's very sad. It's not a happy item, but this is the third fucking day in a row where it's just, now, how long can you stand in front of a fallen building and find something new to say about it? Well,
I bet 3 days was the max.
You think tomorrow it won't be on the news?
We'll be talking about what?
Child pornography?
Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby. And the difference is
how old the child is.
God. Yeah, what if that gets introduced into his scenario? And boy, you thought you hated him before.
Hate is such a strong word. I mean, he'll always be synonymous with pudding to me.
He'll always be synonymous with one of the first stand-up comics that I just adored. I thought his Moses bit was brilliant. Not Moses, Noah. Noah's a brilliant stand-up piece.
He's a brilliant comic, for sure.
Yeah.
And he's the first black spy on American television.
And The Cosby Show was the first, showing a black family that was upper class, well-educated. I was listening to Tarantino was just on Joe Rogan.
Oh.
And Joe asked him about how was it with his relationship with Harvey. And I thought Tarantino had a very, very wise response, as most wise people will. Tarantino's obviously a wise human.
Mushrooms will do that to you.
They make you wise?
I don't take no shiitake.
No, mushrooms don't make you wise. They make you think that the people you are listening to are wise.
Okay.
Oh, what a wise person that is. He should be president. That's what the problem was. The whole country was on drugs when they voted that guy for president. No one thought it was going to happen. They're all like, oh, yeah, Trump, that's hella funny. Ah! And the drugs just haven't worn off on some people. They're like, yeah, you still won.
Well, what it did was remind us, it made it unequivocally real that politics in America is really just the Worldwide Wrestling Federation.
Yeah.
It's like, it's such a charade, a shadow box charade.
Yes, it is.
It could be better.
I heard that it's either Dianne Feinstein, I think it's Dianne Feinstein, has put her Tahoe mansion up for sale. Somewhere in the realm of $40 million.
I wish her the best.
Yeah, I wish I could buy that mansion. Sounds like a nice place to vacation with the family.
It'd be awesome. You could get lost in there. Where's Jonah? I haven't seen him for 3 days. I'm checking room 21.
No, you don't check. The hired help does.
Oh, there's been a motion detector in room 47.
Oh, it's just the cat. Keep looking.
We don't have a cat.
Oh. Well, I didn't want to say it outright, but since you insist, your husband's having an affair in room 47. Okay, you happy
with
now?
the cat?
Yeah, with pussy.
Yeah. Di-Fi, man. She really let me down. Both her and Pelosi, I used to just think, okay, great. We got 2 women Democrats who represent Northern California. I'm so proud of that. And then, I just got so disgusted with them over time.
Don't let them bring you down. It's only politics burning. Just find the one who's yearning. And you too can attack the Capitol, you motherfucking white bitch.
Decolonize your mind.
With hallucinogenics.
That's one way. Little mental floss.
It does help.
It can be healing or it can be havoc.
Yep.
Sort of depends on how loaded the gun is.
And the Rastafarians believe that part of the decolonization process is mass amounts of ganja. Like that's part of what the plant does is heal the mind, right? Isn't that part of their
Well, I never actually heard that when I was hanging out with a lot of Rastas, but something close was that it's part of God's gift to us and that it unites us. It heals the nations. Its role in ceremony was to create unity of thought where people would come together to become in alignment with creation.
you got to send both parts of tonight's broadcast. You can't hold the first part.
Okay.
You got to be brave. Put it out there. You have it on record. You're against child porn. You're not into it. We're clear about that.
Oh yeah, I have nothing to worry about.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no shadow to hide. There's nothing there to worry about. But I thought it would be funny for you to hear the recording stop.
It was funny. We should play it that way.
Well, I'll leave that to the editing team.
Fuck the editing team. Those fuckers.
They probably need to get laid.
They
I'm guessing.
do. They do.
They really do.
This whole podcast needs to get laid.
Cracka Jacks. There's a surprise inside.
And we want a surprise inside. We are surprised when inside.
This reminds me of a really good dad joke. Wait, that's an oxymoron.
Nice. That was solid. That was good.
What are 3 2-letter words for small?
What are 3 2-letter words? What are 3 2-letter words for small? I don't know.
Is it in?
It's just bad.
You were forewarned.
Oh my gosh. I do love dad jokes.
Some mileage may vary on this podcast.
What's that mean?
It means sometimes the prize is is like a glowing unicorn bracelet, and other times it's like
a MAGA hat.
Right. A plastic MAGA hat. Exactly.
Oh my God. You know, there are some things on this planet that I find incredulous that people put belief into. Like the earth is flat.
Mm-hmm.
And that Trump won in 2020.
And many of those same people who believe that also believe that we didn't go to the moon.
God bless them. Well, luckily this planet's big enough for everything, but I wouldn't want to paint it. That's someone else's joke.
I paint it with the thoughts of gratitude every morning before I wake up.
Wow, Guru Sachi. Why do you have black candles, Guru Sachi?
Well, they're actually green. It's just a low light situation. Here, I'll turn on the light. You can tell.
Oh, one looks red. You have red and black candles. What kind of voodoo are you practicing back there?
Hoodoo?
You do.
Do what?
Remind me of a man.
What man?
Man with power.
What power?
Voodoo.
Voodoo?
You do. That's hoodoo. I could do that all night. The rest of this podcast could be us doing that, and I would be fine.
Now that would be a fun thing to do at an open mic, comedy open mic.
Oh, I don't know.
And just
would it be fun for who?
Would it help if we dressed up like Andy Kaufman?
No.
I
don't know.
No. The answer is no.
Are you thinking of doing open mic?
No.
Talk about blowing out the volume. Holy Christ.
Oh, yes.
Holy Christ. In so many ways, wasn't he holy? He was divinely holy, and he also had a few holes in him at the end.
Well, 4 to be exact. 5.
I thought it was 4.
No, it's 5.
Both hands, and then 1 through the feet, because the feet were together.
So
there's
that's
3.
2.
No, that both hands.
Right, that's
there's
2.
2. 1 through the feet.
How many feet does he have?
Yeah, but the feet were together like this.
Right, but how many feet does he have?
Oh, good point. So there's and the whole. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the one in the side, 5.
And that's if you don't count his ears and his mouth and his nostrils.
His natural holes, right? Theologians Mark and Greg discussed the holes of Jesus at the end of his life, debating whether the natural physical holes should be counted when thinking of the crucifixion holes.
Oh, it's a good thing I can't remember the name of this thing.
Cracka Jacks. The podcast with a surprise inside.
What do they call it when someone bleeds in sympathy to the Christ figure?
Fantasy?
No, you know, the people, they get those things where
I've never met anyone who does that. Stigmata.
Oh, right. So brings a whole new meaning to the word stigmata. If only I'd been right there with that word, it would have been funny.
But still funny.
Yeah.
Have you ever met anyone who had that?
Not to my knowledge.
Good point. Good point. How much do we know of every single fucking person we've ever met in our lifetime? Not a whole lot.
There's what I know, there's what I don't know, and there's what I don't know that I don't know.
And there's what I have in my head when someone blows it apart with shotgun.
Yeah, it's not pretty.
It's not pretty. Unless it is. It's all in the eye of the beholder.
Come to the New York Art Gallery.
Exactly.
The Pollock Dahmer Show.
Oh, God. Holy Christ. Oh, we're back to Holy Christ again. There was an art piece, I thought, with like blood splattered on. Well, I'm sure there's been plenty of art pieces with blood splattered.
It's passe.
Yeah. Been there, done that.
What would be interesting would be to see a woman who works with Menzies.
What are Menzies?
The menstrual flow.
That's been done.
Yeah, well, I know. I haven't seen it though. I'd like to see it. I'd like
Google
to see that
search.
artwork.
That's an easy Google search. Artwork with menstrual blood. I'm sure a plethora of hits are going to come up, all of which you'll be sorry you Google searched for.
Please forward your favorite images to markwentcoaching@gmail.com.
The recording has ended.
Do I have a Cracka Jacks email account?
Well, we have the one that we both get. I don't
Okay.
think I've created Mark. Do you want Mark at crackajackspodcast.com? Super easy to do. And it can
I was just thinking there might be a better name to put at the front of that other than my actual name, like Head Cracka.
Head Cracka at
CrackaJacks.com.
crackerjackpodcast.com. So we have we at Cracka Jacks. See, I thought we should have just made it we. Then it would be we at. It's already out there. We at Cracka Jacks podcast. Damn it.
It's kind of double redundancy. We at Cracka Jacks podcast.
Right. But I already have an account set up with the we at symbol. So
actually, the best way to have the thing, if you want to write to us to complain about the show, write to cracka at crackajackspodcast.com.
It's like
that's duck, 5 crackas.
We should have an email, duck goose at crackajackspodcast.com. That'll be our email for complaints.
It's the only email we're going to get.
Thank you, guys. That'll be 40 minutes that I'll never get back of my life. You're welcome.
We'll send you an invoice.
Exactly.
Oh my
God. The recording has ended. Well, we know what the title of this podcast is. Are we on for next week?
Like we are. Why not?
Okay.
We're on every week till
never, until we die.
Until reparations have been achieved.
Or we die.
Yeah. No one is free until we're all free.
That is real. That is real.
Bill Cosby got out of jail today. That was
really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they a judge vacated his conviction.
What's that mean?
Well, he basically said that even though the jury convicted him, that the prosecution wasn't legit because there was a previous agreement where he agreed to testify if he didn't get prosecuted. And so because he had that agreement that with the people of whatever jurisdiction, you know, the DA represents the people of the jurisdiction, that therefore the prosecution of him was a violation of that agreement, and therefore it was null and void and vacated. So it didn't matter that the woman was totally molested. It didn't matter that a jury of his peers found the factual evidence convincing enough. Because he had an agreement that he couldn't be prosecuted from some other thing he did, it was not a legitimate conviction. And apparently it took them, 2.5 years to figure that out? Like, why didn't that just happen before even the trial? What, right?
Right. Sounds like someone took pity on a dying old man.
Or maybe it was that woman that used to be the assistant for that sex trafficker had the goods on somebody, and Cosby was the guy that was going to corroborate it, and he said, well, if you let me out, I won't tell. Right? Those sex traffickers run together.
No, I've got it. Like we're just gonna take all the conspiracy theories and smash them into one. That would be brilliant. That would be an interesting scenario. You know, there's TV shows like Supernatural where they're chasing all these weird demons and they take different mythologies of horror scenarios and create a episode out of it. What if
Yeah.
you created a TV show out of conspiracies where they had one actually. There was this great show with this warehouse that was like in this different dimension. It was all these magical things. It was awesome. It was really good. I forget what it was called. It's like Warehouse 23 or something like that.
Oh yeah. I remember what you're talking about.
It was
Floor
really,
13.
Yeah, it was really good. And then it just disappeared.
Yeah. They showed the Epstein episode and it was all over.
It killed himself. And all the people in the boardroom had nothing to do with the cancellation of that series. It just killed itself. It just walked out the door, went down the steps, and died.
Yep.
All the board members were just like, yep, that's okay. We're okay with that.
It was a conspiracy theory that had no merit, and we couldn't particularly have a conspiracy show about conspiracy theories with that particular conspiracy theory because it was just too far.
Yeah. What about the Epstein Memorial, where everyone there is like, we're really okay with the way this all happened. It's all okay. Yeah, it's too bad that he's not around to tell a tale, but yeah. It'd be a weird memorial.
Did anyone even go?
Yeah, exactly.
Was there a funeral? It was COVID.
Exactly.
And then he's not dead. That's the one. That's the theory.
Yeah, he's on his island.
Yeah. Well, not that island.
He's in a basement of a pizza parlor. Owned by the Clinton heritage.
What would really make a lot of money? A canned like soda drink that's called Adrenochrome.
What's Adrenochrome?
It's what the conspiracy theorists all think is what the people inside drink, the baby's adrenal glands it's Adrenochrome is the thing that they all think that they're drinking from
Adrenochrome.
Yeah. So we just make the soda, Adrenochrome soda, and
like 28% caffeine. The monster drink of them all.
No, I think we could do something even better.
Yeah, it's cocaine.
No,
it's pure crystal meth.
No, like
Breaking Bad in a
concentrated ginger and THC.
What kind of fucking Sonoma County hippie shit is that? Holy Christ, we're back to that again.
Well, we could make it Adrenochrome, right? And then it could have that picture of that owl that's from the Bohemian Grove as the label.
I love it. And it's got to be like 28% caffeine and Mountain Dew, and that's it. That's what it is. The monster drink to end them all. Adrenochrome. You'll be up for weeks. Breaking Bad in a can. Adrenochrome.
There's got to be something better we could put in there besides caffeine because everybody's like caffeinated.
That's right, they are. Go with the crowd if you want to make money.
Remember when smart drinks were like the thing and we were all going to be drinking like these new chemical concoctions that were all going to make us like superhuman, and then nothing happened.
Exactly. We voted for Trump. It backfired. Holy shit. It went the wrong way. We're all stupid. Well, we lost the Trump supporters for our crowd, but we love you guys. Come back. Come back, MAGA Red. Like the Shane movie. Mega Red, Mega Red, come back, Mega Red. Little Greg yelling out the porch. This Mega Red rides into the gun
And
station.
the audience is crying as the camera pulls back.
Beautiful, man. Cat print, let's roll. Mega Red.
One day you're going to wish I was here. You're going to be sorry that I left you.
Sorry, not sorry. How was your household?
It's pretty good.
I don't know.
We had guests this week.
Oh, wow. How many?
2 nieces and nephew.
Oh, very cool. Wait,
That was cool.
you had 2 guests, nieces and
A
nephew.
niece and a nephew. Well,
Okay.
all right. Again, I misspoke a third time.
It was 2
We had-
dogs.
A niece and her boyfriend.
All right. Hey, trying to marry him off, huh?
They were married in my mind.
She was married in my mind.
It's her 21st birthday today.
In my mind. So they came, visited, and cut out before she turned 21, huh?
Yeah, they went to San Francisco to stay in the hotel in San Francisco and go
Just
to
get
their...
drunk as all fuck.
Yeah, they weren't really into drinking, I don't think.
Oh,
But they
yeah,
wanted
that's
to
what
be able
they
to go
told
to.
you.
They wanted to go to the cool bar, that's in San Francisco.
Exactly.
I don't know which one they went to.
Yeah. Yeah. They told you, yeah, we're just going to have a couple of drinks. Yeah. But we're not going to hang out with you old people around turn 21. Fuck no. We're going to the city and getting hammered.
Good for them. I'll have an Adrenochrome soda and vodka, please.
That's right. I think we got to make that drink, Adrenochrome, man.
I'm gonna talk to some people. I'm
All
gonna
right.
talk to my
And
people.
I love the Bohemian Owl as the logo, man. That is on point. That's just the fucking drink. Post COVID-19, Adrenochrome became the Coca-Cola of the 21st century.
We'll just buy up old, like past date cans of Mountain Dew and rewrap the outdoor can with the label. Sell that.
I heard about a rewrapping of some drink. I forget what it was. But there was some drink that I guess they did a test thing and it didn't do great and they relabeled it and it was doing well and they just rewrapped cans.
Wow.
Yeah, if you could remove the label and see the old label underneath. That just reminded me, how some paintings, like there's this masterpiece under a painting. What if you bought a masterpiece and you went like, there's probably something better under it. And you just fuck up this masterpiece. There's nothing there. No, I'm sure of it. It's like what's that series of movies and the author Brown did, like Da Vinci Code.
Oh, right. Yeah.
You're following all these. No, this has got to be it. This is real. You're just fucking up these masterpieces.
Well, they use like electron microscopes to figure it out, though. They don't have to actually destroy the cover paint.
Okay, thank you for ruining the plot of the whole. Thank you. Greg, this movie's over in 40 seconds.
Well, but in this case, the plot thickens when the original artist hit it so
Prince
well
Adrenochrome.
that it wasn't able to that it masks against electron microscopes because the way they learned to paint in such a matrix pattern that it wouldn't be revealed, and so only a few paintings have been discovered this way because the only way to do it is actually scrape the paint off.
The whole point was this brilliant academic follows all these clues and at the end of the movie fucks a masterpiece up. Bless you. Holy Christ. It's 8:00. I can hear the people outside howling.
Are they still howling?
Yes.
Why? There's no howl. There's no reason to howl anymore.
Once a werewolf, always a werewolf.
It should be known that it's the the waning quarter of the moon. It's not even close to a full moon. So this whole werewolf howling thing is just
Yeah,
it's a
that's
bad painting.
that's a myth. It's not just the full moon. Okay. Once a werewolf, always a werewolf. Okay. So take your, what is that artwork you called with menstrual blood?
I
Memer?
didn't call it anything. I just said it'd be interesting.
Memer. No, the other word. Mimer.
Menzies.
Menzies. Sounds like men's underwear. Hey, do you have your Menzies
It's like
on?
it's extra small men's underwear. Menzies.
For the boy in you. Ooh,
When you want to have a tight time.
Oh dear. With your adrenochrome. What's that drink? Adrenochrome. Adrenochrome.
Adrenochrome. Adrenochrome.
Adrenochrome. Sounds like a paint for a car. What color do you want this? Adrenochrome. It's got adrenochrome.
Sorry, we're all out of
wheels.
that. There weren't enough babies to make that much.
Well, I was thinking it was a hard choice between cherry red and adrenochrome. But when I saw that they didn't quite have enough babies, and then I had to go with I went with the cherry red. As Mick said, my favorite flavor was cherry red.
Mick Jagger, you mean?
Yes, sir. There's only one Mick on the planet, unless you're racist and talking about Irish.
Yeah. Mick Fleetwood doesn't count.
No. He's just
Nor does Mick Jones, who was actually another Rolling Stone with a Mick name, so he doesn't count.
Mick Jones?
Yeah.
Who's Mick Jones? You mean Brian Jones?
No.
Mick Jones.
I believe I may be wrong, but I'm looking it up. Google is helping me.
Google's helping Mark.
Oh, he was. I got it wrong. He was the Clash guitarist, not the Stones. That's why.
London Calling. I was listening to some old Stones and Clash. Now you got me doing it.
Yeah, it's all my fault.
Yeah. My life is your fault.
It's all the adrenochrome samples I sent over last week.
Exactly. With your Mensa plant. Wait, what's it? What's that called? Menzies. With your Menzies artwork. The fuck is this? A case of adrenochrome and Menzies artwork?
We could have a Menzies artwork on Menzies underwear. It comes with a case of adrenochrome.
The gift for the real man in your life.
It's the surprise inside this podcast.
That's what we're giving away in a week. A case of adrenochrome and Menzies underwear. I'm going to have to write to, what's that brand of sock that I love? I forgot the name of them. Anyway. You can't always get Mick Taylor. Mick Taylor. Who's that?
Wow, so adrenochrome is an actual chemical.
Is it only in babies?
I believe so.
Wow.
But I'm seeing it here on pub.chem. It's a compound, adrenochrome. So it is a chemical. So in theory, we'd get in trouble if we called something adrenochrome soda that didn't have adrenochrome in it. But if we
Coca-Cola doesn't have Coke.
But if we maybe change the way it's
no. When you look at a can of Coke and it says Coke, you don't expect to have cocaine in there. There's no Coke in there. So we can call it adrenochrome and put whatever the F we want in it.
Okay.
Jeez.
I'm all for that.
What kind of capitalist are you? No, truth in advertising or not at all.
I'm a man of integrity.
Man. Yeah, well, capitalism has no room for integrity.
Tell that to Ben and Jerry.
I did. And you know what? They agreed.
Yeah, where's my rainforest crunch now, motherfuckers?
Yeah, exactly. How much of your profit are you giving to the rainforest? Well, they're thrilled with your 10%. Thank you. And how much that rainforest is going into your cartons and the cases of those cartons and the cases of the cases of those cartons?
I need to research why they stopped that particular flavor. That was my favorite flavor of ice cream ever, and they discontinued. And I was like, wow. Here I thought I was doing good while I was hardening my arteries.
Yeah, exactly. The same reason Google got rid of their original mission statement.
How is ice cream and Google the same?
Okay, here's how. Ben and Jerry's got rid of Rainforest ice cream because it was no longer relevant to their company. They were no longer interested in saving rainforests. They realized they need to cut those trees down to make cartons, to make cardboard cases, and on and on
To
and
grow,
on.
so they needed the to cut the rainforest down so they would have grass to feed the cattle that made the milk for the ice cream.
Exactly, on and on and on. And Google used to be don't be evil. And they went, oh, wait a minute. Actually, evil is going to make us a shitload of money. So let's get a different mission statement. Our mission statement now is we're not going to tell you. Okay, that's it. We're not going to tell you. And you know what? There's no number to call. There's nothing for you. Just keep going your way. These are not.
And if you want to try some other search engines, fine. See how that works for you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be evil.
Yeah.
I like Mother Teresa's thing about the word don't. I'm paraphrasing, but the whole thing of don't be evil, it's more like just turn that into the positive. Be kind.
Yeah. Do good, be kind. Simple.
Right. Right.
It's a great way to work.
It is. Yeah. But we won't get rich on that. So,
Oh, you might.
well, what's the mission statement for Adrenochrome?
For Adrenochrome soda?
Yeah. The mission statement for the company is
Power for power's sake.
I like it. Art for art's sake, money for God's sake.
Well, it'll have to say like annuit oeptus and e pluribus unum, and then what's the other one?
LOL.
No, we'll need to put the Masonic symbol on there. The Masons,
the G,
with the I and
the
and the G
compass,
with the compass.
the compass and the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get sued if we do that because the Masons are serious about that. That's trademarked for sure. But
It's all trademarked.
we can call it a parody and then they won't be able to do shit.
You're making a lot of money with that parody. Yeah. Comedy sells.
Maybe if we just donate some of the sales money to the Shriners Burn Hospital units, they won't care.
I don't think the Shriners are part of the Masons. I think they're their own separate thing.
Well,
Deep.
Shriners are not Masons, but Masons are Shriners.
Equals fuck off.
Haven't you seen the Fezzes? They wear the same Fez hats.
Have you seen the Fezzes, baby, standing in the shadows? Adrenochrome. Adrenochrome.
It's a chemical.
Adrenochrome.
It's a real chemical.
That's why it's got to be like 28% caffeine. Some weird citrus.
Or maybe it could just actually be adrenochrome. Like maybe we could find a way to put adrenochrome in it.
Yeah, let's talk to Planned Parenthood.
Well, there's other ways to synthesize adrenochrome, I'm sure. That'd be one of the great things because you see, this whole adrenochrome thing is about how they kill babies to get it, and then the rich elites all kill babies so they can keep their supply of adrenochrome growing. But what if we were able to synthesize it and like just manufacture it like from chemicals instead of from
I think
babies?
that's the only way you and I would actually get involved with it. I don't think you and I are actually going to be off killing babies for the adrenal gland.
Maybe that's the only way
component.
to get it. I don't know.
Well, then this idea is dead, along with the babies we need for it.
Yeah, we definitely won't be doing that. But if we can make a parody soda that's got all
Parody
these symbols,
soda.
that's got all these symbols and call it Adrenochrome. It's
Why
like,
don't we call it Trump 1? MAGA 1 2020.
no,
The soda for
I
the.
don't want to hear his name anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
MAGA. Make America Great Again. The again part is what got me.
That was it. You nailed it.
The recording has ended.
I wonder how many more times we can say that and still laugh at it.
Let's find out.
That's the whole point of this podcast, is to find out how long we can be funny. And there's a surprise inside every episode.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I certainly think that we're willing to say things that shock.
Yeah.
Like I said, I tested episode 1 with 2 of our close friends, and they were ready to turn it off pretty quickly.
Our evil plan is working.
Our goal is to have a listenership of -3. It's so turned off that the analytics of the computers just fizz out.
The podcast's so bad, Howard Stern won't listen to it.
Wow, that's probably a given. It is interesting how he's
Irrelevant? Yeah.
No, he's very relevant. Like, he's far more relevant than he's really kind of become a very respectable interviewer.
Yeah, years of therapy have really helped him right the ship.
Well, was it wrong? I mean, he's built a very nice thing for himself.
Baba Booey.
Yeah.
Baba Booey. I like how he asks the hard-hitting questions.
I haven't noticed that lately.
We'll go back to the Paul McCartney interview, and he talks about how he gets Paul McCartney to talk about how he and John weren't actually getting on very well. And they were arguing about whether John should have his name. It should be
first or second. Lennon and McCartney, or McCartney and Lennon.
Right.
Yeah, I do remember that. I like how they were talking about which is better, the Beatles or the Rolling Stones. And I thought McCartney's answer was spot on.
I don't remember. What was it?
It was something to the effect of, I'm going to paraphrase, but if I recall correctly, there was something along the lines, well, the Stones are still touring. So, there's something to be said for that. But the Beatles were better. And the way he did it, he kind of had this whole lead in that was, very logical, and that he just sort of ended with the tag. Yeah, well, we were better. Of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it just seemed like there was a friendly thing there,
Well, talking about the Beatles, I'm just so excited for this documentary that's coming out.
Yeah. Well, see, now the documentary kind of shows that they were getting along. And
that's just the trailer.
Yeah, but that's part of what he's saying, when he introduced it, is he thought he was going into this whole morose, dark thing, but actually it was like 4 lads who were friends hanging out making music.
Yeah, and that's the Beatles we need. We need that back. Like, this is great that someone's getting a chance to, rape the vault.
Wow, Mark, for all the descriptors you came up with, that one sure brought back peace, love, and happiness. The recording has ended.
forever.
Fuck no. We're gonna do this.
If we have to, we will find a way to post the podcast from Czechoslovakian jail.
If you hear that we committed suicide, just know in your hearts
it wasn't us.
it wasn't us.
Didn't happen.
We are somewhere safe and sound, drinking Adrenochrome.
with Jeffrey Dahmer and Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh God. Oh, we're burning in hell is what we're doing.
I can't wait to see Jeffrey Epstein wearing our little Menzies underwear.
Menzies underwear and we've come up with two great ideas that we need to get on the shelves ASAP.
I remember when I had to smoke a lot of weed to think I was this funny.
That's very sad to me. Oh dear.
I'm glad. Like, I don't have to go through all that anymore to think I'm this funny. I'm still not exactly correct in the assessment, but it's a lot easier on my body.
Fuck yeah. What's it like to wake up in the morning and not see a pint of Ben and Jerry's in the trash can from the night before?
I'll let you know when I get there.
Oh, you're still eating a pint of ice cream every night? Holy Christ.
No, but that was the funny answer. Well, let's see. I can't remember buying Ben and Jerry's in the last couple years. I love that. They're my favorite ice cream. However, this weekend we did go to celebrate, and we had Strauss soft serve from this place called Super Duper.
Oh yeah, I know Super Duper.
Really, really high quality product, this Strauss soft serve ice cream. It's organic and it's so good. And what we did was we took organic olive oils that were flavored and trickled it on the ice cream with a little bit of salt. Oh my God, it's so good.
Wow, that's crazy.
It was really good. Yeah, so I had a little bit of that this weekend.
Sounds great. Yeah. I think that's partly what I'm learning is life, in the basics are to be happy, and celebration and the joys of the palate and senses can be a part of that joyful celebration of being alive.
Yeah, I never used to understand why Grandma would just say, like, I just want a little slice of the cake. But now when I have the big slice of cake, I feel awful the next day. My body aches. The sugar just takes me down. And now I finally understand why Grandma just wanted a little taste. She just wanted to be part of it, but not feel shitty the next day.
Right. Grandma was a wise woman.
So if you're still in the range where you can eat the whole fucking piece of cake and not feel it the next day, go for it.
Yeah. I think you have to be like The Rock, where your metabolism's just running at 110, and you have that one cheat day where you fill it up with carbs and sugar, but the next morning you're going to burn it off.
Wow. I'm going to get back there.
Grandma's Menzies.
Wow. Yep, you heard it here. Yeah. A surprise in every episode, a prize in every box.
God. Yep. I think that's it.
Well, that's a great note to end it on. The recording has ended. Tune in next week when we don't know what the fuck we're doing.
No, we still don't. Still crazy after all these years.
All right.
All right, brother.